Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, let me introduce about myself. My name is WAHYU FITRIANINGRUM with my student number is Q1002141157 and I'm from Department of Civil Engineering Study Program, University of Muhammadiyah Surakarta. So here I will presentation about my subject from building structure. It is about drainage. So at the first I will explain about drainage definition. And drainage is the natural or artificial removal of surface and subsurface water from an area. In general, drainage system is a series of hydro-building for waste and or removal the excess water from certain area. The next is function of drainage channel. One is to dry the wet area, two decrease the water table, three control the soil erosion, root and building watering, and 4 is control flooding. Next is types of drainage is road drainage, housing drainage, airport drainage, port pit drainage, and farming drainage. And the next is types of drainage, one based on its form. It is natural drainage, artificial drainage. And number 2 is based on channel placing. It is surface drainage and subsurface. And the next is 3 by construction, it is open channel and closed channel. And 4 by function, it's single purpose and multi-purpose. Next, it is a surface drainage picture from shallow drains. And next is deep open drains like this. The picture deep open drains like this. And the next is pipe drains, and the picture is like this. And the next is housing drainage. It is gutters or talang in Indonesian, downspouts, chan drains, and catch basins. The next is road drainage. Road drainage is divided to inner city and outer of city drainage. Use surface drainage and protect the road body and foundation from watering. And the design depends on the road slope, water table, and type. The next is road drainage function is protect the water flow to the traffic lane, road control in the road, protect the slope from landslide, improve the face of city, and protect soil erosion. Next is that is the picture from inner city drainage. It is outer city drainage, and that is inner city drainage on construction. The next is that is the example for from poor drainage, and that aspect is flooding. And the next is airport drainage. Airport drainage focus on the runway and the shoulder due to the existence of imperfection pavement in the slope of under 0.10%. The next is airport drainage function is one to protect the soil bearing capacity and dry the runway and shoulder. And that is the picture. You can see that like this and like this too, like this. And next is port pit drainage. Concept of infiltration, no runoff at the soil surface, no erosion of soil and slope like that. The next is football pitch drainage, like this, the picture, and it is from upper structure or the pitch of football drainage, and that is the picture 2, and that is football pitch drainage picture 2, that is 2, you can see. And so I think that's my presentation. So here I will open the question and answer section. So any have question for my presentation? Oh, so your question is, what if the city we use surface drainage can or not? If this, and I will answer. So my answer is We can use surface drainage if the city is low from activities from the humans. As we know, now city is much of activities and we usually use subsurface drainage from city because it's more safe for citizens of if they do activities and their activities will not disturb. So that's my answer. So the conclusion we can get from my presentation is one definition of rainy is the natural or artificial removal of surface and subsurface water from an area. Number two is function of drainage like to dry wet area, decrease the water table and it. And number three, type of drainage like road, housing, airport for farming, and drainage based on its form, based on channel placing, by construction, and based on the function. And I think that's my presentation. And I'm sorry if I do a mistake around my presentation. And that's all. Thank you for joining, watching, and listening my presentation. Thank you. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.